Okay, so today I'm going to show you why it's a very bad idea to miss my videos, to miss my work, to miss my predictions. You're looking at the crypto predictions. Welcome everyone. And today is the 8th of January, a day after the massive crash and still ongoing in many other cryptocurrencies. I mean, we're looking at a massive, it's actually, let's see, from the beginning to the crash to the lowest point. Actually the lowest point is right here. It's almost a 9%, and it's just massive, guys. This is just a massive crash. This is like the biggest crash, definitely for the month, but one of the biggest crash so far. And everyone is freaking out, especially on Twitter. On the crypto Twitter, everyone is just freaking out. I mean, it's unbelievable how dumb some people really are. They are all saying like, "Oh my God, this is just unthinkable. How could anyone see this coming? How did this happen?" I mean, people were like, because Bitcoin was recovering in the first days of January and reached a very high point, the highest point so far, on the 6th of January. They were like, "Oh my God, Bitcoin is so bullish now. We're going to go back to 110K and then from then go even higher." I mean, guys, things just don't work like that. You need to pay attention to my predictions because I gave you the exact dates. There are no excuses. As always, I mean, the people that have been watching my work for months, for weeks, for days straight, you guys know that I have an amazing accuracy, an uncanny accuracy actually. It's just, it even feels kind of paranormal, right? Isn't it? That I get the right dates, the exact movements and trends. I mean, non-stop, week after week, month after month, non-stop. And look at this. I told you, like from the last 2 weeks of December, that you need to prepare for January because January was looking like it was going to be a very red month, meaning lots of crashes, lots of dips, lots of corrections. People obviously on Twitter, everywhere else, I mean, they are listening to some very trash, scammy influencers, absolute grifters that just want to take your money and they want you to buy their bags. Or many of them are not even actual capable traders. I mean, most of them are not even trading meme coins or cryptocurrencies or whatever. They're just scamming people with, I don't know, very trash news channels, I mean, Telegram channels, I mean, just absolute scams everywhere. No one is actually a good trader. Now, I am not only a good trader, not only for cryptocurrencies, but for all kinds of finances. And not even on just cryptocurrencies. I mean, I do sports predictions and they do really, really well. Okay, so this is no joke, guys. I mean, I'm the real deal. Look at this. I told you to watch out for these days, the 6th and the 7th, because these days were both the same for both of these boxes. We have the red and the green box. They obviously mean it's going to be extremely volatile. I mean, just think about this extreme volatility that one day the 6th goes all the way up to 100K again. And then on the 7th, just massive crash non-stop. I mean, how can you even predict this kind of thing? How can you even predict these 2 consecutive volatile days? I mean, you can, guys. You can't, but I can. And I showed you with weeks of anticipation. I published this chart on the last days of December, before January even began. That's how accurate I am, guys. That's how amazing this information really is. And you really need to start paying attention to what I say. I'm not saying, I mean, guys, this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I never get tired of winning, But at the same time, I feel very bad for the people who lost their money following these trash influencers who say absolute nonsense. They have no idea what they're talking about. And they follow all of their advice and they lose money and they keep losing even more money because they say, oh my God, Bitcoin is going all the way back to 100 and almost 10K, and it's a bull run, it's the peak, it's the top of the cycle, you need to buy more or whatever. I mean, the amount of people losing their money to grifters like that, I mean, it's just absolutely nauseating. It's just unbelievable for me because I keep winning after winning after winning. I never lose money, guys. I never lose money on my trades because I know exactly when to expect the corrections, when to expect the pumps. I know exactly all of that. And my knowledge even extends to monthly and even yearly predictions. I already know which years are going to be the hardest for cryptocurrencies and possibly for markets in general because the economy moves in harmony. So if cryptos go down, it almost always correlates to the fact that the economy is in really deep trouble. But again, guys, I mean, how could anyone have seen this coming? I mean, there's no humanly possible way to actually predict these extreme movements just in complete 100% accuracy. But I did. I told you, look at the boxes, look at these days, look at the circle right here, look at the 7th. Okay, so I told you many times before, but I'm telling you again for the new people. Whenever we have a day shared by opposite circles, opposite means only green and red. I mean, yellow doesn't count. Yellow is not an opposite color to green or red. So whenever we have this day, a day or days shared by opposite circles, expect massive volatility. Now the boxes are a higher hierarchy than the circles most of the times. So whenever we have two boxes containing the same days, I mean, just expect a lot of volatility, absolutely a lot. I mean, this has never happened before, ever since I started adding the boxes to my charts. Never in history has this ever happened before. That's why every chart is different. Every cryptocurrency is different. Everything I do of my work is different. There are no patterns here. Everything I do comes naturally because I have a gift to predict finances. It's a gift that I was designed with and I need to share with the people, with the world, with everyone. And I'm doing that. But I need your help to get more people. And I also need your support. I need you to stay focused on this, guys, because I want you guys to succeed. If you only watch one video or the other and you miss the rest of the videos, you're not going to get the full picture. And thus you're going to lose most of the time because you need to watch my videos constantly. Every single month, every single week, every single day. You don't have the luxury to actually miss my predictions, guys, because where we're going is going to be a future where many people are going to lose their jobs, where many people are going to be in desperate need of money, of gaining wealth. And I have the solution to that. This is my work. This is my gift that I share with you all. What good is to me to have this amazing ability to predict finances if I cannot share this with others so they can benefit too? Okay? So what will be the merit of that gift that the Almighty gave to me? I need to share this with people, guys. So pay attention to my work. You cannot miss this. For the next days, we have possible even more harder corrections. This is Bitcoin right here. We're going to look at the other charts very, very quickly because it's exactly the same pattern right here. Basically the exact same pattern. But for Bitcoin, we have that there's a possibility of looking at very, very strong corrections from the range of the 9th to the 11th of January. Now, if I were to say, I think the 11th is going to be the hardest because that's a day shared by this red circle. It's also a day that contains lots of volatility, just like I told you. Whenever we have a day shared by opposite circles, look around and be very careful for that date in particular. After that, we can see some nice pumps on either the 13 or the 14. This correlates perfectly with this green circle, the exact same dates. But I think it's going to be the last pump, the last big decent pump that we get, unless we get some volatility on these days, because after that comes a range, a period of days where it's going to be extremely volatile on these days to the 15 to the 17, and after that I see mostly just corrections, especially this last one. I mean, guys, you need to be prepared, mentally prepared to see Bitcoin going below 90k. I told you many times this. I told you this many times before. You need to be very ready for that scenario. Let's go over to the Solana chart and look at this. The Solana chart is even worse than Bitcoin. I told you that Solana was looking like it was going to be a very, very hard, possibly the toughest of all cryptocurrencies, the worst cryptocurrency performance of the 4 that I am analyzing for this month. And look at this. This is, I mean, Solana is just non-stop down. From the highest point to the lowest, we're talking about almost 15%. I mean, this is just insane. Absolutely insane how Solana is having so much trouble right there, guys. So much trouble. Who told you that? I mean, I did, guys. I told you before the month even began. Be very careful with Solana, because Solana had a very, very bad December, and it's looking like January is going to be a lot worse. So the same thing that I just said about Bitcoin in general can be applied to Solana. Notice many of these days are the exact same. For example, Bitcoin, you saw that Bitcoin has from the 9 to the 11 as red in a box. This box says from the 10 to the 13. So sharing 2 days of the other box. But we have 2 circles, consecutive red circles for Solana on the 9 all the way to the 12. Guys, be prepared for this. I know. I mean, you guys really need to stop watching other people. They are basically just trash at this point. You need to only focus on my work, because if you want to succeed, it's the only way, basically. After that, we have again more reds, another red box, very, very dangerous stuff right there. Very, very dangerous. Now let's get over to the Ethereum chart very, very quickly. Okay, so Ethereum was looking like it was the best cryptocurrency out of all the 4 that I'm analyzing, and it was really the case until this massive crash right here. Look at this, the exact same pattern. This is a massive overall crypto crash. Every single cryptocurrency, or almost 90% of them, got hit by this massive crash. And what we have is that basically lots of volatility for Ethereum still. Lots of volatility. But again, just like the Bitcoin and the Solana chart, many of these days are the exact same. And these exact same energies. Red for the 10 and the 11, especially the 11th. Be very careful around these days. And finally, let's take a look at the XRP chart. Okay, so XRP seems to have the least amount of problems right there. The crash that began yesterday on the 7th on XRP was at the most 7%. So it's still a very, very significant crash. But notice it's kind of already recovering right here, with lots of volatility still, but it's a recovery judging by the current level. This is because, unlike other charts, XRP shows the 8 and the 9 as green days. The box also confirms this. So whenever we have a green circle and a green box confirming the same days, basically almost guaranteed. It's instant guaranteed of green days. That's exactly what we see. Now, regardless of this pump, the overall trend is going to be, I think, downtrend. Because when I say January is going to be a very bad month for cryptocurrencies, it almost means every single cryptocurrency. Okay? So I don't think XRP can be safe from this scenario. Maybe they can be the best performing cryptocurrency, maybe. but at the same time, I think it's going to be kind of hard for that to happen. Okay, so finally, notice the same days are the same colors in all my crypto predictions, 9 to the 10 to the 11. I mean, look at this. So XRP especially is showing lots of pain right here. If all these reds connect, or most of these red circles, the red box, we're talking about a lot of pain right there. Lots of pain. Okay, be prepared to see 2 or even 3 consecutive red days for the worst case scenario, if not even more. But anyways, guys, it's a long video for me. Again, I don't know what else to say, guys. I mean, you're looking at it with your own eyes. You're looking, especially the people that have been following me from time immemorial. You know the real deal, and I am the real deal. You know the range of my accuracy. It's just insane. Anyways, I wish you a good day. I invite you all to subscribe, share, and like, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.